This is the spirogram. It is the graph of breath. On that note, let's take a deep breath in all the way, bigger. Get to the very top, exhale, let it go. To the very bottom, blow out some more. Nice. Good, doesn't it feel great? So in this video, I want to share about the key markers of breath that are contained within the spirogram. You have inspiratory capacity, how much you can inhale, expiratory reserve volume, how much availability you have to go into your exhale. And in this video, I'm going to explain each different metric for you. A little history, the spirogram was developed in the 1800s by a British physician named John Hutchinson. And what he was seeking was a way in which he could measure vital capacity, which is a key metric, and one that really relates and correlates with health and human performance. And what he found in seeking a way to explore the vital capacity, which is the full expression of your breath, he found that there are other little components that are as important or important in their own ways. So tidal volume is one that we can start with because it's the breath at rest. It's your normal, natural breathing. The inhale has a certain limit top capacity, the exhale has a certain limit, and you usually breathe in this range. And obviously this changes from day to day or time of day, time of year, season. And it's called tidal volume, kind of like the waves, tidal, ocean tides coming in and out. So you can think of that as tidal volume. Vital capacity, what we explored a little bit earlier, is the full expression, the range of air that you can breathe in all the way and then exhale to the very bottom. So this range is your vital capacity. Vitalis means life-giving, right? So we're really looking at ways in which we can breathe to our fullest expression. And again, this metric per person can move, it can grow. We can do breathwork practices. We can do breathwork coaching with a great coach. If you are interested, let me know. And there's ways in which we can improve our lung capacity, which is a direct correlation with health and well-being. Another metric, inspiratory reserve volume, and then inspiratory capacity. Whenever you think about the tidal volume, your normal breath, your normal inhale has that ceiling, but if you pull in more air to the very top, that's your inspiratory reserve volume. That's how much is available for you to breathe in more fully. Inspiratory capacity is how much you breathe from that normal tidal volume exhale to your fullest expression. That's your full inhale expression. And on the other end of the breath cycle, we have the expiratory reserve volume. So that's how much space is left from that bottom of your tidal volume exhale, how much more you can get out. Then at some point, you can't breathe out anymore, but even then, there's a little bit of air left at the bottom. This is the residual volume. The residual volume is essential for lung function because you need that tiny bit of air at all times, even at the fullest exhale. That little bit of air maintains pressure in the lungs to prevent collapse. So residual volume is quite important. And then the functional residual capacity is how much of that air, whenever you're breathing in this tidal volume range, normal breath, that bottom exhale to your full bottom of the breath capacity, even though you're breathing up here, that stagnant air that remains in your lungs continues to move and be utilized. So that's called your functional residual capacity. Next, this is a metric that I made up. I like it. Optimal tidal volume, right? So you have your normal breath at rest, but most of us breathe shallow. We don't breathe full or efficient until we bring conscious awareness into our breathing. And what happens naturally, our inhale rises just a little bit, our exhale deepens just a little bit, and this can be sustained over time. So you have your natural tidal volume, but then you have an optimal purposeful range. This will have a positive positive impact on the rest of your spirogram. It'll have a positive effect on your health and well-being. So I think that tidal volume is a key element. But if we want to really improve and move the needle in our health and wellness through breathing, we want to optimize that tidal volume and create a little bit more depth, expansion of that tidal volume range, and improve the way in which we breathe. So this is the completion of the video, a quick summary of all of the different metrics here. You can pause, you can screenshot, you can like it, share, and having this visualization of the way that you can have a positive impact. How can you increase your range of breath? You can pay attention, breath awareness. You can optimize that tidal volume. You can do breathwork exercises, practices, and finally, you can find a coach. Let me know. I got you. So thank you for joining. Thank you for watching. If you have any thoughts, questions, drop them in the comments below. Please like, share, follow, and have a beautiful day.